Hey there everybody, welcome back to Groundhog's Garage. My name is Jim. Today we're going to be putting a valve cover gasket on my 2001 Toyota Sequoia. It's leaking down through the coil tubes and it probably ruined one of the coils, which I have on order, but I want to fix, I've got the gaskets and I want to go ahead and fix those oil leaks before the coil gets here. That way I don't have to mess with it. And I'm between raindrops right now, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. And it's interesting, I've got two videos on replacing intake gaskets on the Chevy LS engines, the 2005 Tahoe, and I did it on my Escalade also. I've already noticed on this Toyota everything's 10 millimeter. On a GM, some of it's 10 millimeter, some of it's 9 millimeter, some of it's 8 millimeter. I have yet to have to take off anything that isn't 10 millimeter on this Toyota. It isn't hard. GM, it isn't hard. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to spare you watching me take out 10 bolts, but I did watch another video where somebody was doing this, and he actually had some trouble getting some of these bolts out. He snapped the one down here, the head snapped off, but I've already checked them yesterday when I was playing with the coils, and they're all loose. So I shouldn't have that problem, and I will, there's not a whole lot to this. You got a vacuum line or two, you disconnect the coils, the plugs, take out the 8, 9 bolts, and that cover comes off. I think I have to remove the air box here just to make some room, but it's pretty straightforward. Another difference between GM and this is the ease of which it is to get to the engine. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and then I'll bring you back once I get this off. Yeah, let's get this. And you gotta love this. Little spring clamps that you can do with your hand that you don't need to get pliers for, and it comes right off. So there we go. That looks pretty good under there. Let's get the gasket out of there. And it's pretty clean in there. I'm impressed so far. No complaints. Okay, so this is the bottom of the valve cover gasket. This is the one particular tube that was leaking. I'm going to replace all 4. I got the new ones here, and just to give you some idea of how bad it is, look how brittle it was. I went to pry it and it snapped in half. I mean, it's hard as plastic right now, and this is the new one, and it's nice and flexible. To get these out, you have to bend these little tabs back. There you go. You can bend these tabs back on all 4 of them, and then you just do it like you would a typical seal. And once you get the tabs back, you pry this out. Now I will probably put a little RTV around the perimeter here, just so that I make sure that it seals on the outside. And we'll get these in, bend those tabs back down, and clean it up, and put it back in. I'm going to show myself doing one of these because it's not exactly easy, and they've been in there a while. So let me show you what I do. I stick a screwdriver in here, pull this inner ring out first, and then I have to hit a hammer and get it. You can see a little bit of the score mark there. Now, that's not going to hurt anything. It's around the perimeter that you want to make sure you don't score, because it'll leak then. But yeah, I brought you along to watch. And you can see I got the tabs bent back, and I've been trying just to do it like this, but I can't get the tool under there, so Just take this piece out. And then a little rappy tap tap. Tap tap tap. Still almost, there we go. Get the corner of your screwdriver in there. Just pry up a little bit. And then it comes right out. Just like that. Easy peasy, right? So I wanted to show you one. Just so, at least that's how I did it. There might be better ways. And if there is a better way, please comment down below, because I have the other side to do. And if there's an easier way, I'll do it the easier way. Okay, I got a little bit of RTV around the perimeter of that seal. I've got a 1.25 inch socket because it's real close to the outside of that seal. And I'm just going to tap it right in there. Tap, 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 tap. Just like that. And 3 more to go. And we can clean it up, put it back on. And if this is helping you, click that subscribe button. Turn on your notifications. Smash that like button. I need subscribers. Okay, I got my valve cover in there. I got the new gasket on. I put a little bit of RTV up in the corners here to help it seal, and over the half moons in the back. Now what I'm going to have to do is work these seals over the tubes. I got a little cotter pin puller here to help me get that done. So scratch that. I came up with a better idea. I'm going to use a socket to open up the seal, and then once I get it on there, I'm just going to push it down over the tube. How about that? I've got the valve cover back in, the gaskets in. I used a 13/16 inch socket, the spark plug socket. I think a 7/8 would have worked a little better, but 13/16 worked perfectly. I want to go get some spark plugs, and I've got the, I had to order the coil, so it'll be probably a couple days hopefully for that.